I know not the outcome you were hoping for tonight, but just give us your immediate thoughts on the fight. I know some people felt you won. Sean O'Malley was in here. He said he thought you won. Did you feel you won?
Sure, why not? I gotta rewatch the fight. I just know the improvements that I have to make to flip that. You know, so yeah, I fought my ass off. At the same time, it has been 3 years, but I had a great training camp. You know, could have done more, or could have adjusted. Not could have done more, but could have adjusted on some things, and that's kind of what bugs me a little bit. Just stupid little errors, like particularly that first round. I was winning it, put him to his back. I just allowed him to kind of steal it at the very end. And, I mean, there's a lot of people who think that I won. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. I mean, typically the way I see it, if I don't dominate, like, it's just hard, man. I'm such a fucking competitor, man. I don't think people realize that. Like, to me, it's all or nothing. If I'm not first, I'm fucking last. You know?
I know there was some moments of success, but you kind of said there, like, do you think in some of those sequences, if you didn't have the 3 years, like, before when you were fighting, would you have been a little sharper there? Do you think the time off had a lot to do with it? Because I know you feel you're a smarter fighter now, but was the execution just not there?
Yeah, probably. Like, even when I retired, after I won the Olympics, I retired for 3 years. It was incredible, the fact that I made it all the way to the semifinals at the Olympic trials, like this #1 guy in the world. And literally, I missed the Olympic team by that much. I only had like maybe 7, 8 matches in the competition, but just to like take it there. You know, sometimes you make your own bed, and that's what happens. You know, I got to go back and really think about what is it that I want to do, because I'm out to chase greatness, man. I'm just not out here just to fight, man. Just to hear the crowd roar. You guys tell me, good job. Oh, I think you won. Like, my dream is to just reach mountains that nobody's ever climbed. And I think, and that's partially why I take my resume that serious, and that's probably why I even started the shtick, because I am proud of it. You know, can I say it? The Olympic champ, the flyweight champ, the bantamweight champion of the world, the greatest combat athlete of all time. Like, that's you know, this is the stuff that motivates me. And it is what it is, man. I will say this, man. Aljo was awkward as hell, dude. Like, he was like, I now understand the fuck. I thought it was just his breath, or the fact that it was probably a little smelly, but the dude was, he is a little awkward in there. If you don't have those right guys to mimic him, it's different. It's just different. He's a freestyler. Like, he's just, he's out there making adjustments on the move, or he's just moving just to move, or he's doing certain things just to do. And it'll mess with you a little bit.
What do you think? Yeah, I know, and when you talked to Rogan in there, you said you're kind of internally conflicted. It's been a few more minutes, not too long, but if you had to bet right now, do we see you fight ever again?
I gotta watch the fight. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, Dana did it. That was pretty cool. That Dana did help me remove my gloves, which is really nice. I got a nice little handshake from him too. I don't know, man. I gotta lay back. You know, my wife's pregnant. Like, we're getting ready to have another kid, and even these last, 2 to 3 months, like, not being able to give my kid that attention that I'm a good father, man. I love spending time with my kid. I love playing with them, and it's just like cutting weight, not holding her, kind of neglecting that, like just having a lot of my training partners play with her. It's almost like, well, those are the stuff that, maybe to a lot of people, maybe a lot of you guys don't give a fuck, but to me, the time with my kid means the world to me, especially the fact that I have another one on the way.
As it should. And just last thing for me, it still shows you're held in high regard. You probably haven't seen this, but Brandon Moreno took to Instagram and basically called you out. He said after his next fight, he wants to fight you in Mexico City. He would even move up to bantamweight. He said, F the belts. And that's a fight he seems to badly want.
I guess now everybody wants a piece of me, huh? Man, I guess we'll talk about it. I mean, money talks. If the UFC wants to put it together and there's a nice little budget in for both of us, I ain't doing it in Mexico, though. Hell no. We can do it here in America or something like that, but I'm not opposed to any of that.
not to just immediately start building your next fight, but what exactly is the issue for people who don't know between you and Brandon?
We were friends at one point. He even lived with me for a minute, and got him on the Ultimate Fighter show. That didn't plan out. That didn't work out. We picked him. We tried to pick him second due to the way the stats work in the team stuff. He ended up going to the other team. He ended up training with Benavidez, and we just became unfriends. You know what I'm saying? But we were close at one point. But that's the last of it I'm thinking of. Like I'm after gold, man. Like my biggest thing was to sincerely beat Aljo, fight O'Malley, and then go after Volkanovski. If I had a close fight, a close split decision with Aljo, I mean, what I had planned with Volkanovski is just like, fuck, man. You know, it hurts me. That's what burns. It's not that Aljo fight. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that what I had already premeditated. I would never come back if I didn't think I could do something like that. And losing a split decision where a lot of people think that I won, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's I'm a little confused, man. I'm a little pissed, and I'm a little, you know. Anybody think that I won here? You guys can be sincere, man.
I don't. From what I understand, everyone cage side saw it closer to your way, and then people online and watching the broadcast saw it closer to his way. So I don't know what we can do with that. But,
well, if Dana wants to give me another title shot, maybe I'll do that. But if not, I'm just gonna sit down and really talk to the wife and see what I want to do.
I don't know if this is something you even care about at this point, but do you view the way that fight between him and Sean O'Malley could go, and do you have a favourite in that fight? Who could probably win it?
If Aljo can't take him down, he's in trouble. You know, because Sean does have good striking. Sean does go to the body very well. He does have those kicks up the middle. But being in there with Aljamain too, I think he's a gamer. So it all depends. I think obviously having a close fight with Aljo, I gotta go with him. You know what I'm saying? I think O'Malley hasn't fought now the competition that Aljo has fought. And now you can I can shake his hand. You know what I'm saying? I can be like, hey, salute.
I mean, not to just throw options at you, and this will be the last one for me. I mean, they have a problem with Merab in that he can't fight for the title. Maybe you could go take care of that problem for them. You beat his teammate, you get a rematch right away.
Hey, I love the storylines you guys are giving. Okay. I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna take some time and just see. Talk to Ali, talk to my management, and then open up a lot of doors because you also have a lot of other killers too. You know, with Sanhagen and you know, Umar. Like depends what can kind of come together.
And I'm not sure if you'd had time to see this, but Conor McGregor posted a video to his Twitter offering you some advice for your next fight, telling you maybe you should switch stances and it'll go better your way, and offering you some coaching tips.
Man, Conor McGregor don't got on my resume. That's all I gotta say. You know, he's been stopped after a 3-year layoff. What I was able to do and compete, and then hearing the boos from the crowd once you know, they announced the winner. I mean, that says a lot to me. But there's still levels, and I still know that I could get better too. But guys, like even like, you know, selling this fight, like it's okay, man. Bring the hate. Maybe it'll motivate me. You know, I'm not one of these guys that was just like, yeah, I'm a little pissed because I hate losing, but I love it. I love it. So thank you, Conor.
Henry, way over to your right here, Henry. I wanted to
Hey, sorry about that joke too last time. It was just too good. Like, you can't be asking how much I weighed.
it was a good joke. I appreciated it. You know, I wanted to ask about that crowd reaction. Were you surprised at times to hear that Henry?
Yeah. I mean, I think Aljo might be the real heel dude. I thought I was a heel for a minute. I mean, I'm confused in that sense too.
And when it comes to Conor's messages, one of the things that he has said is that he believes you talked about your resume. He was quite critical of your resume. He said 16-2 in MMA. He said you're a novice in the game. What's your response to that?
I do have, you know, for the amount of fights that I do have, I haven't been fighting like a lot of these other guys. You know, it just shows the levels of where I could get to. I mean, but look at the people who I've beaten.
No, sí, wow.
Demetrius, TJ, you know what I mean? Dominic Cruz. You know, after a 3-year layoff, I had a split, you know, I lost a split decision to the current champ now. If I decide to make this run, I will reclaim that belt again. You know? But like I said before, like my goal was to go up to 145 pounds. Like that's kind of where I draw the line. You know?
Thank you.
Henry, si tuvieras que decir un porcentaje hoy, ¿dónde piensas que regresarías? ¿135 o 145 pensando a lo mejor en construir esa idea que tenías de ir por el tercer cinturón?
Repite la pregunta.
Si tuvieras que decir un porcentaje hoy, ¿de dónde pensarías que regresas? ¿135 o 145 pensando en ese tercer cinturón?
No, pues es difícil empezar en eso ahorita, ¿sí me entiendes? Después de una derrota, o sea, se tiene un chingo de fe en mí. Y yo también, solo que, you know, cuando pierdes es difícil de tener ese ánimo, ¿sí me entiendes? Especialmente de todo lo que pasó y todo eso. Ahorita no estoy pensando en eso, la verdad. Quiero ver la pelea, quiero ver cómo me fue y you know, mi mujer está embarazada ahorita. Ya te dije que nos vamos a ir a la Ciudad de México por un tiempito para vivir. Y estar ahí, ¿sí me entiendes? O sea, lo más importante para mí es mi familia. You know, yo he hecho ese deporte desde los 11 años a los 73 a lo máximo. Y logré todo lo que yo quería lograr. I'm gonna repeat this, man. Guys, I've been doing this shit since age 11 to age 33 at the highest levels and won everything I've ever desired to do. I'm not out here for the fucking crowds. I'm not out here. Even though I portray that on the cameras, I'm not out here. Yeah, I may flex on it. I'm out here to make history. And if I can't make history, I'm not doing this shit. Like that's how much of a competitor I am. I just telling my coach, like, yeah, you won. But I didn't win. The belt's not around my waist. You know, and I just gotta talk to my family, talk to my wife, and then just take it from there. It has nothing to do with anybody. It has nothing to do with ego. It just has to do with me. You know, it's like trying to climb Mount Everest and you don't do it. You know, you either do it or you don't. That's it.
Sé que no has visto el post de Brandon, pero puso una foto que yo les tomé en tu cuarto en UFC 196 cuando ibas a pelear con Demetrius. Te gustan mucho los storylines y sí sería, digo, no lo construiste así, pero terminó siendo como una pelea que la gente quiere ver.
Sí, claro, yo sé las cosas que yo necesito hacer en esta pelea, cómo ajustar y todo eso. Si yo regreso a pelear, van a ver una diferente versión conmigo. Yo sé las cosas que yo hice mal. Yo sé también las cosas que también hice bien. You know, primeramente, Brandon, Alexander Pantoja la va a ganar. Yo sé de eso. La verdad, para mí eso no me importa. Yo estoy aquí para ganar títulos mundiales. Y si no es todo, man, si no es todo, no es nada para mí. ¿Sí me entiendes? Son cosas que necesito pensarlas, man. ¿Sí me entiendes? Enséñame el billete y tal vez.
Gracias, Henry.